Hello everybody, and welcome back once again to Let's Play Pathfinder Kingmaker. Right, this session is probably going to be a little on the shorter side, because we don't have that much to do. And you'd be saying, what? You've not finished the game yet, you've got plenty to do. What I mean is, as you well know, I'm trying to obtain 1 million coins in the treasury before we head to Pitax, which is right here, of course. And we currently have, having sold some more items from our junk drawer, 914,000, which is good going. We've gained about 300 grand, maybe even a little bit more, since we made this endeavour to fill our coffers before heading on a shopping spree to Pitax. But we still got 86,000 left to acquire. Now, is it possible for us to acquire this before we get to Pitax? Yes, apparently I think we might be able to if we explore, for instance, the Thousand Voices, go on a grand tour of probably one of the most dangerous regions in the game. And if that needs to happen, then so be it. So we'll judge that in the next session, because in this perhaps slightly shorter session, we have one task, and one task only: to solve the mysterious shrine puzzle. We have all the locations unlocked now, pretty much, all the shrines. I have consulted the Google gods on this rare occasion, so we're going to go and give that a whirl. Is that going to net us 80,000 coins worth of reward? Probably not, but at least it'll be one quest off our log. So we're going to pop out and do it, and we've leveled up all the characters. Since the last session, I've got all the spell books sorted. There's one last task of housekeeping that I need to do, but I can't do it now, because if I do it, I won't have time to record the session. And that is to ensure that we have our hotbars sorted, particularly for our spellcasters. Reggie and Tristan and Lindsay. But who cares about their hotbars? I've sorted the main man's hotbar. King Elquist, his hotbar's fine. He keeps his things in order. It's just the rest of his layabouts with spell books with pages torn out and missing all over the damn place. Not our problem, is it? Anyway, so yes, our first task is to get the right shrines. So, without further ado, let us do something. Need to visit this place as well whilst we're up here. So yeah, boom, teleportation to Glenshire, bingo bango, and we're in the vicinity that we need to be. So what to do? Do you know what? We're going to start off here. This is another. I said I was also going to. Did I say I was going to Google this or not? But I'm going to Google this. This is another thing I've Googled. I don't do this often, folks. Please forgive me. But I haven't got that many weapon sets in the game. And, you know, we've been quite happy to pass them by and let things slide. But when we're particularly close to having a full set of items, it'd be nice to have that item, even if we don't even bloody use it. I'm missing a story from the storyteller. So we have the Technic League set. We've got 3 of the 5, so I did look where the other 2 were, because I didn't want to miss these. I think I missed one of the Kellid sets, for example, and I'm not even 100% sure we can't backtrack and get it, but I don't wish to backtrack and get it, to be honest, even if I do know where it is now, because we've missed that. You know, happy to leave that be. But this particular one, I've decided that I do want to get. I don't even know what the item is that we get out of it, but I've decided that we're going to, whilst we're in this neck of the woods, and this is where the Technic League stuff is, if I can avoid missing it on this one occasion, then do you know what? We'll do that. So apparently one of the sets is here in Nordrocks. Is it? No, I don't think it is. I can't remember. Was it here? Do you know what, folks? If it isn't here, then I stand corrected, and it's my own stupidity. And if it's not here, I'm kind of tempted to say, well, we can't. You can only consult the Google gods once, and you've consulted it, and you've cocked up. So I think it's supposed to be here. We'll see. If even it's not, it gives us something to do in addition to the mysterious shrine, so it might extend the session by about 5 minutes. Gargoyle from Hoarfrost Tribe. I mean, that sounds pretty bad. But first of all, we better sort our formation out, aren't we? Because Tristian up front is not a good idea. Is it now? In whose book is that a good idea? Let's have our priest squishy type up front. Just because you've been talking to? What does it make sense? Just because Sir Enra's talked to you now and you are now back in good favour and you've got your wings back essentially and you know, doesn't mean you should go running into battles like a flipping maniac. Right, also worth noting, our Reggie has got dragon blood kind of coursing through his veins. He's reached level 15. He has now got... He's got wings. Has he drunk his Red Bull? I don't know. He's gained a pair of wings. Gives him +3 dodge bonus to AC against melee attacks. And is immune to ground-based attacks. So, given that he's a melee tanky type that we've turned him into, that +3 AC is specific to melee only, so it will stack with other AC bonuses. So his regular AC bonus now, actually, is actually quite a decent 38. So that is... He's got level drain. He's got level drain. Didn't realise. Hang on. I thought that had passed away now, but it hasn't clearly. Let's get that sorted, shall we? Tristian? Uh-oh. Oh, Jesus Christ. What the hell's happening here? We're trying to heal our tank and we get attacked by a gargoyle. Oh dear, that's quite bad. Right, I think... No. Does it have to be greater restoration for permanent negative level drain? Might be. Okay, we might have to do a... And we've used all of our scrolls of greater restoration in the Lindsay debacle in the last session, which was mightily hilarious. Okay, so these creatures aren't particularly dangerous unless they have an ability that we don't know about. Okay, no, it's fine. It's fine, everybody. It's fine. We're alive.
And Lindsay was called forth.
Lindsay was called forth. Indeed, she was. She's feeling rather sprightly now. Now that she's recovered from her insanity. Okay, we're taking everything. You know the policy now, people. The policy is we take everything. Anything that's not nailed down, bolted down, protected by some kind of deadly magical charm, it is coming into our pack. What, this wooden broom? Does it sell for money? Yes, it does. I'm taking it then. Okay. This is Elquist's more... What's the word I'm looking for here? Obsessive nature. He has slightly obsessive tendencies on occasion. Remember back in his character creation? When he wanted to get to the academy? He turned to thievery to get the job done because he was hell-bent on getting there. And he's hell-bent now on getting to 1 million, and therefore that's when he sometimes starts to do whatever he can, as long as it's not kind of like heinously bad, you know, turning to a bit of theft and through underhanded shady tactics to get what he wants. We haven't seen that too much in this playthrough, but on this particular occasion that he now wants to get that 1 million, the tendencies that once slipped out back in Green Gold are slipping out once again, and that's that kind of obsessive, I will get what I want almost at all costs kind of attitude. So it was quite nice to be able to finally bring that out quite naturally due to the circumstances. Oh, our doggy is suffering a little bit. It's fine, we'll heal ourselves with some channel positive energy. has got no... completely missed the one person that was supposed to hit, but hey. Okay, do you know what? We'll bypass that and we'll use a something that's a bit less wasteful, such as, I don't know, what do we... Let's go for that one. Cure Light Rune's Mass. No, that's completely wrong. Let's cancel that. It's the level 4 spell. Let's go for a Death Ward. Okay. Wait a second. For one slightly horrific moment, I thought that was a symbol for the dog being insane. I don't think it is. I don't think it is. We're okay. Look at all these. Oh, these are just a few rusty weapons, says Knock Knock. Hello? Are they nailed down? No, they're not nailed down. What's the policy, the Knock Knock? Put them in your pack. Exactly. Put them in the pack. No questions asked. Thank you. There we go. You've got to train these people. You've got to train them. To be on our, on our wavelength. Let's carry on. I'm also pleased to say that Elquist hasn't quite gone insanely mad yet. I mean, he's still only young. I think, maybe 2 years have passed in game so far. I seem to recall from the character creation again that because of the half elven blood and the the mix of the hell elf with the humans kind of situation, that half elves do tend to go a bit mad because there's confliction between the kind of long-lived elves with the short-lived, or in comparison, humans. And that creates a sense of conflict internally, which can often manifest in insanity in half-elves.
That is not far.
I mean, we can call him a few things, but can we call him insanely mad? No. We can call Lindsay insanely mad, but Elquist hasn't fallen to that inner conflict, at least for now.
As it should be.
Although some might call a king regularly frequenting brothels and stuff mad, but is it really? If you look at medieval times, kings did what the hell they damn well pleased.
Repent.
We're not married. We have no queen, and even if we did, does it really matter? No, I don't know, probably not. Right, let's carry on. Oh, this is the Eldritch Chieftain. He's actually not suffering any as much injuries here. Bear with me. And Bone Shaker seemed to have finished him off quite nicely. Well done, Tristian. We suffered a few little blows here. We can sort that out in a jiffy. A couple of these bad boys. I got extra channel with him on his level up. If anybody is interested in the level ups that I've done this time, I tend to gloss over them now, really, because we got most of the stuff that I was happy with. For Elquist, we got the ability Greater 2-Weapon Fighting, which gives him a third attack with his offhand weapon, albeit with a massive penalty. But if he can have a good chance to hit the creature, even that extra attack could come in very handy indeed. With Tristan, it was extra channel. So he's got even more channels now, which is all good for healing. With Reggie, he got his wings. He got also an extra weapon, extra spell with his. He's got an extra natural armor increase. He got also an extra breath weapon-y thing. Dragonkind 2. Additional spell, which I haven't explored with yet because I'm not doing his hotbar, but when I get his hotbar sorted, I'll have a look at some of the extra toys that he's got. He's got so many toys, it's unbelievable. As a class, as a multi-class character, he's got so many tricks up his sleeve that we've not even scratched the surface with, I feel. In terms of his feats, he's got the famous Dazzling Display Shatter Defenses combo that we've never used with any of our characters, hardly. Valerie had it, he's now got it instead, Lindsay's got it. It is actually quite a useful combo, if you remember to use it. In the tougher fights, where we don't just sit there and watch our party turn things into chunks. These kind of tactics will probably come out when we need them, you know, in turn-based mode, more than likely, if we get any tough fights. And I'm sure there's a handful of tough fights left in this game. And we actually were doing something with the the restoration. It just does one level at a time, so we'll do another one in a second. With Acundio, his was greater, or improved critical, and also point-blank master, which means that if he fires his bow when he's engaged or threatened, he doesn't trigger an attack of opportunity. So if he has to fire at somebody who's closing in on him in melee range, he can fire upon that person without suffering an extra attack of opportunity against him. So that's quite useful as a defensive mechanism, really. So that's quite good. Knock Knock has got Seize the Moment, because Elquist got that in the last level up. So in this one, I've given Knock Knock the same, which means that when either of those trigger a critical, they get an attack of opportunity. Don't forget, both of them have also got Opportunist as well, which means that they get an attack of opportunity against an opponent who has been struck by another person in melee. So once per round, he'll get an attack of opportunity just because another melee character's hit the same target as him, and he'll get another attack of opportunity if Elquist crits the same person as well. So basically, we're turning him into attacks of opportunity machines to get as many extra attacks in as possible with their sneak attack damage. You know, the Elquist and Knock Knock are almost turning into like the dream team, really. The dream team, the stabby killing dream team. Although Knock Knock still has that lovely kukris, which I'm sure are doing some great damage. So that's Knock Knock's level up. I think that's everybody, no? Oh no, Lindsay, she got Critical Focus, which gives her extra +4 roll to attack rolls with to confirm critical hits. So, you know, we want to make use of the improved critical that we just got the last level up for the light crossbow, which she's now finally got a light crossbow blessing, which she then promptly used to kill Octavia with. So I think what we shall end up calling her crossbow, if we go to her inventory, it's not the Escapist's crossbow. That's very dull, no. This crossbow shall henceforth be known as Octavia Bane. Yes. So that's the crossbow that she's pilfered. I say pilfered, it was made for her, rather fortunately. Right, the head gargoyle, Eldra, not much other than an additional piece of sky metal. How handy. How handy. Okay, now what I'm noticing here, folks, is I'm not noticing anything to do with a Technic League item. So I'm wondering if I got the right item, or I've got my wires crossed and confused. Put my little spectacles on and see if I can... It could be a hidden item on the map, you see. Some of these special items are hidden items on a map. And if I've missed it, because I failed perception check or something, then we're a bit scuppered, aren't we? I will check again off camera, because I do want this weapon set, or this item set, whatever it is, weapon, armour, ring, boots, I don't know what it is. But I do want it. I do want it. I've got a feeling that this isn't the right place. It doesn't ring a bell. I could check now and save myself some time, but hey, why would I do such a thing? Why save time and be efficient when I can backtrack on myself later? I don't think the item would have been this far down the map. It would have been near the top where the bosses were, so, or the head honcho of this gargoyle tribe. So I'll have to double check in as to where the item is. Unfortunately, that was a bit of a blob on my part there. Never mind. Let's carry on. So instead, we shall move towards solving the mysterious shrine puzzle, which is going to be far more fun, I'm sure. Let me put a light on here because it's getting rather dark in the room. There we go. Nord Rocks. I wonder I wonder if it's that place. No, this is the shark fight. It was. I'm sure it was definitely this place. Oh, it's bugging me now. It's bugging me. Right, I'm sure it was there. But anyway, I digress. So mysterious shrine then. So it doesn't matter what shrine we go to in any order. I think you can do any order. Doesn't really matter. So we'll just go around the map in order of where the shrines are. And what's that all about? What's this? What's all this on and off with the things? I'm just going to quickly check Kingdom Management. What's happened? Lindsay is terrified. The bard raised an awful commotion in the castle. Too right she did. She killed Octavia. Okay, there's a Lindsay quest update in our capital, which we might get to at the end of the session. Mysterious Shrine. Do we want to enter? So let me get the maze. This is a two-faced hill shrine. So this actually is the first shrine. So we shall enter this, and we shall put this in the right place, and then we shall move on to the second shrine. Oh, it's all kicking. There's me. It's going to be a short session today, folks. You know, nothing much to do, and we're 20 minutes in, and I've done nothing other than witter on and kill a few gargoyles. So I think from this point on, it's safe to assume this will be a normal-sized session. Right, Elquist stepping forward. I've had an epiphany, he says. One, two, three, 1, 2. This is actually in the right place. Is that by chance, or... That's already in the right place. That's fine. Okay. I'm sure that's potluck. I'm sure. But what's the chances of that happening, though?
That is not far.
That is severe potluck. Did we actually move? Yeah, because these first two ones, I moved them here, there, and everywhere. Just to see if we could get a random lucky activity or something. But... yeah, that was already in the right place. Okay, so now we're going to the... so what's down as the 4th shrine, apparently. So let's go in here. And if this isn't the correct place, then I'm going to be rather worried.
My strength betrays me.
I'm going to be very worried about what the hell's going on here. Okay, that is in the right place. Okay. Now, either I have got the wrong pictures, and the pictures are of the obelisks in the right position, in the starting positions, or we've got lucky twice, which is, you know, we could calculate the odds in randomly getting the correct position based on how many positions there are, and, you know, working out the statistical chance of that happening, and you probably find it's very slim. 1 in the thousands. So at this point, I'm now quite confused. Because the first two are in the right position. How has that happened? I definitely recall moving the first two shrines around quite frequently. So we'll go to this shrine next. This shrine is Wicked Hill. Yeah, that's the Wicked Hill Shrine. That's the 3rd shrine. Okay. We're going to rest outside this one. No, try to avoid, please. Please avoid. Please avoid. Please avoid. Oh, phew. Although technically speaking, we need the money, but I was just concerned about the fatigue. If we weren't fatigued, then I'd probably gone to that fight. But anyway, we are getting a bit distracted, so we're going to rest first. Let's go for some resting. Use the rations here. Just regular cooking is fine. Let's go for something, a bit of shepherd's pie. Who doesn't love shepherd's pie with lots of grated cheese, buttery mash, spiced up mince? Because why just have a plain Jane shepherd's pie when you can jazz it up a bit, maybe with a bit of cumin, a bit of cayenne pepper. Ooh, yes. Maybe even a bit of red wine in the mince as well. Oh, let it reduce down, thicken up with a bit of, you know, with a bit, maybe a little bit of stock in there too, possibly. Give that mince a lovely texture, a lovely flavour, intense flavour, maybe even a bit of Worcester sauce. And then, have we rested or not? No, we aren't. Too busy celebrating here.
Christian,
Yeah.
your goddess teaches mercy
Some
and
peas.
forgiveness, but are there things you wouldn't
As
be
well.
able to forgive?
Besides your bitter humor?
Some peas. Maybe even some sweet corn. Maybe even some grated carrot too. So all of that creates this lovely, intense, rich mince mix, which you then put in a nice baking dish, topped with buttery mash. So your mashed potatoes, a bit of milk, lots of lurpak, a bit of salt, maybe even put a little bit of cheese in the mash itself. And if you want to go really luxurious, dash of double cream. Make that into a nice, light, creamy mash. Finish with grated cheese, stick in the oven, and there you have a delightful shepherd's pie. Honest to God, my mouth's watering right this instant. I don't know if you can tell, folks, but I like my food. And because I like my food, I'm a pretty decent cook. Because what kind of person loves food but can't cook their own food? There's nothing. I can't think of anything worse than being a foodie. But then, like, well, I love shepherd's pie, but I can't make it. Oh no, I'll make it all right. You bet your bottom dollar I'll make it, and I'll make it the most tasty shepherd's pie you've bloody had in your life. Anyway, sorry,
It should.
I'm getting distracted. I really should finish this session before 40 minutes, otherwise it won't go up today. Today being Wednesday. If you see this on Wednesday, it'd be a miracle at this point. Because it's already 10 to 6. And I'm off to football at 8. But you never know. Right, is this in the right position? This is not in the right position. Which is interesting then. So, folks, is it the case that I randomly moved around the first two shrines and happened to randomly put them in the right place completely by accident? Because, as I said, the odds in that happening are probably one in the thousands. I don't know. I'm a bit worried. Surely that can't happen. The odds in that is not possible. Right, so this one is the Wicked Hill Shrine. So that's 2, 4. So this needs to go down. 1, 2, 2. Oh, no. It's not as rare as you think because the shrine only goes up and down the pivot here. It doesn't go across, so you can only have this move. Oh, it makes a bit more sense now. Right, so 2, 4. Okay, so don't get me wrong. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 1 in 5 to get the first shrine in the right position, and then 1 in 5 to get the second shrine in the right position. So the odds actually are 1 in 25, which is still pretty good odds. Well, bad odds, in fact. I mean, if you were to say, right, your money or your money or your life, roll a d20, roll a 25-sided die, or a 1 to 25 number generator, and if you roll a 1, you get to live, and if you roll any other number, you're dead. You won't take those odds, would you? Course not. Even if somebody said if you roll a 1, in addition to being alive, we'll give you £10 million. Let me see. 1 in 25 chance of living with 10 million, or a 24 in 25 chance of being dead. You still won't take those odds. That's the odds that I got the first 2 shrines in the right places by accident. So there you go. Interesting fact. So the final shrine is the Giggling Hill Shrine, which is the Hemlock Shrine. So this is the second shrine, in fact, and it's 5-3. So it's in column 5, row 3. So you can only move it up and down the column. So we'll put it in row 3 when we find the shrine itself. Where are you? Have at you. Here it is. So there it is. Column 5. Stick it to 3. There we go. That's done. Excelente. So there's 1 more left. And the last one is called Giggling Hill. That's the location, which hasn't appeared on our map yet. But I know where it is. So we'll go there. And that will be the end of the puzzle. And the start of the nastiness. Potentially. Right, where's Giggling Hill? Giggling Hill, apparently, is here. Up here. I'm led to believe, at least. I mean, this is coming from somebody who was convinced that they knew where the the Technic League, it's there. The Technic League piece was, and was completely wrong. But anyway, here it is, Giggling Hill. Because clearly it's a laughing matter, this entire puzzle. Right. Let's see where it's. See where we're going here. I mean, I don't know whether we should be buffed or whether we need to do anything. I don't know what the next part of this whole quest is. I didn't want to read to the very end of it. I just wanted to solve the puzzle and take it from there. So, as soon as we trigger this situation, we shall have to wait to see what the hell happens.
That is not far.
A monster's going to spring up. I mean, the quest is called Ravenous Queen, so I'm assuming some great big hungry queen thing might arrive. 4-5, so 4. It's in the fifth thing. Uh-oh. A moan echoes around you, full of old pain and deep relief, as you move the last megalith into place. A woman appears before you, the same woman whose ghost you saw when you discovered these ruins. Her shoulders tremble slightly, but her posture displays strength and authority. Alive again. Finally. Now, ordinarily, if there were any choices to spare the Queen, get on with the Queen, invite her to our court, I don't know, we'd take it. But what have I just said about Elquist and his quest for riches at the moment, and the likelihood of him taking slightly shady paths occasionally, as long as it's not too heinous, and is killing is attacking a queen that is already dead heinous? Would anybody miss a queen that's already dead if we were to kill her again? No. No. Oh no. Oh God. The woman turns to you. I can barely find the words to express my gratitude, stranger. Those who betrayed me, they did oh so much to prevent me from returning to this world. And yet here I am, and it is thanks to you. I would like to reward you before I take leave for my revenge. Okay, she's going to reward us anyway, so at this point we'll probably spare her. Who are you? My name is Ravina, Queen Ravina, once. But with my kingdom lost to the dust of centuries, there is little sense in this title. These lands were previously mine, until my beloved knights betrayed me. Yes, speaking of which, you mentioned something about revenge? It is a long story, and I would prefer not to waste any time, but as you were the one who rescued me, you deserve at least a brief explanation. Long ago, I ruled these lands with the help of my 5 most trusted knights. We were close, like a sister and her brothers, perhaps even closer. And it was those 5 beloved souls who betrayed me. They knew all my secrets. They knew the locations of my shrines and their purpose. They also knew that my patrons, the demon lords, would never let me die in peace. That is why my knights changed the order of the megaliths in my shrines, severing my ties with the abyss so I could not call upon the demon lords to rescue me. And so it happened. The blades of the betrayers pierced my heart, and my spirit was locked within this shrine until you set me free. Sadly, the centuries have passed. My 5 brave knights are long dead. I can't look into their eyes, can't ask them the questions that have burned within me all this time, and yet their offspring still live in this world. I will find them. I will make them mine. Their great-grandfathers so feared serving a demon worshipper that they betrayed me, the one they swore on their lives to protect. Their great-grandchildren, the blood of their blood, will either become demon worshippers or demon prey. That will be my revenge. A change of tact. So she's going to go hunt down some offspring of some great-grandfathers, and she's going to insist they become demon worshippers, or she's going to kill them. And then who knows what further demon worshippers she will convert, potentially in our lands. We can't let that happen. And this has got nothing to do with profits, of course. This is purely to do with the safety of our kingdom, you'll understand. Can't let you go free, I'm afraid, my dear. You are the definition of evil incarnate. Sad but expected. Oh, Lords of the Abyss, your daughters call upon... Oh, shoot. Lords of the Abyss? Who's Lords of the Abyss? Who's coming? Oh, no.
Grant you death.
Elquist, what have you done? Remind me, Elquist, what you've done.
This should do it.
Ooh. Kill it. Kill it. Don't even hope you've gotten rid of me! Okay, we were shaken and feared there, but we survived. We survived.
In due time.
And so we have spared the innocent lives of many from being harassed, cajoled, coerced, and forced into demon worship or death. And we shall take the spoils of war. Look at these. A bastard sword could be good for Valerie, in fact. A heavy shield. Oh, let's just take it all. Let's just take it all. Let me... Oh, I've got the wrong thing on. Fighting without me crown on. It's sacrilege here. Right, let's get the... there. Okay, what's this? So this is Ravina's Shadow. +5 resistance bonus on all saving throws and immunity to poison. That's pretty nice. 5 resistance to all saving throws. That is pretty nice. We'll have to see about that. Ravina's Crown. DR10 against cold iron and good. Belt of physical flow. Not bothered about that. Ravina's M13. Full plate armor with a max dex of 1 though. Which is the only issue with that armor, is that it stifles the dexterity bonus. Like, oh, Valerie might have that, but how much is it worth? 12 grand. Adamantine too. Oh, that's nice though. Ooh, we'll have to debate whether we're keeping that or not. This armour was created centuries ago by a half-elven armoursmith, Queen Ravina's bastard-born brother. He called the armour Ravina's Embrace in memory of his childhood, when his sister used to hug him as if trying to protect him from all danger. When she succumbed to evil and began worshipping 5 cruel demon lords, her loyal knights plotted against her, luring the queen into a trap and murdering her. Her brother was among the murderers. Heavy shield, unidentified. Why is it unidentified? Why can't we identify it? Hello, Elquist, what is this shield, please? It's a... Ooh, why can't we identify it? Can nobody identify this? Are we all so flummoxed? Ravina's Kiss. +5 adamantine bastard sword. If we sold all of this stuff with 8, 23, 33, 39, 40, 40, 52. Don't know about that. 80. How close are we to 1 million at that point? With all the other crap we've got as well. Oh, but that's good for Valerie. But are we ever going to use Valerie again? That's good for Valerie, but are we ever going to use her again? I don't know. This crown is situational at best. Oh, choices, choices. What do you reckon, folks? What do we do with the equipment? I mean, I have to ultimately succumb to roleplay in this position. And as I outlined already in this session, once or not if not twice, Elquist, when he has a bee in his bonnet, has an almost insatiable hunger to achieve what he wants. 1,000,000 coins with the sale of these goods are flashing right before his eyes. Valerie? Bastard sword? Piece of armour? She can make do with what she's got, surely. It's got all this far, hasn't it? I think we're going to have to sell it. But anyway, find out what Elquist does in the next session. And if he has 1,000,000, it's to Pitax we go. Oh, shopping spree, here we come. Anyway, yes, that's the end of this session. Thank you for joining me. Hope you enjoyed, and see you next time when we venture out once more with King Elquist. The millionaire? Maybe. See you soon.